Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. The song Precious Lord, um, sometimes it's been said that Dr. Martin Luther King would call Mahalia Jackson in the middle of the night and he'd say, "Sing the song to me." And she'd sing Precious Lord. People have assumed that it's a song for funerals for the person who's died. But Dr. Thomas A. Dorsey, the writer of that song, who's also known as the father of gospel music, wrote it when he was grieving the loss of his wife and first child. Um, Thomas A. Dorsey, was the blues man. He'd written more than 400 blues songs. He's got songs like songs. And he started doing gospel music. And when his wife was pregnant and he was on his way to a concert, and he typically would go out and come back and kiss her goodbye, and he went back and she was asleep and he didn't want to bother her, so he went on to the concert and he got a telegram saying to come home right away. His wife had died and was probably gone when he was still there, and then his son, who was born, died the next day. And he grieved and grieved and grieved and became extremely depressed and didn't want to do any kind of music anymore ever again. And a friend rented a practice room, piano room, for him to go into, to close himself into. And he was there for 6 days, it is said. And he wrote Precious Lord. And it was a song conveying the grief and the sadness and the sorrow of one who had survived. And from that day on, he continued to play only gospel music, but he had planned on never playing again. And it's amazing now that we think of that song as the voice of the person who's left. And it really is the voice of the people who are left behind. It's such a perfect way of saying, how do I continue in this? Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am weak. And so here's this song that we think it's about the person who's gone, but the people who are here are struggling. This morning I got up and I thought, I'm kind of feeling, but I started to feel others who are struggling through this time. And so I thought maybe I'd just come up and say this to you. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I get tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me on. I love you.